Hey guys, welcome back to what is an extremely tinfoil hat tier theory video. So it's just going to be a shorter one today because I'm pretty busy with IRL stuff. So here it is. Why there's a chance that Marty could return in Halo 6. If I do manage to offer you even a very small glimmer of hope towards this actually becoming a reality, then a like is very appreciated, along with a comment telling me whether or not you'd like to see Marty O'Donnell return to Halo and why. So, Marty recently created a new indie games company called Highwire Games. Many of the former Bungie and 343 devs, including Jamie Griezmann and Vic DeLeon, joined him in this company. However, this does not mean that he's completely closed for business with 343, as many seem to think. He can be contracted out to work on Halo's soundtrack with Kaz, or even alone. He just won't sort of strictly be a part of 343 forever, just while he's crafting the soundtrack. So for those people who say, oh, he's already got his own company, he can't make Halo's soundtrack, that's false. He can do both. Now, just keep in mind that this is not a surefire thing, nor is it even close to being a surefire thing. I'm just collating all the evidence that I can find to try and provide some sort of case towards it being more of a possibility than I think many people think it is. Also, for the duration of this video and when it's finished as well, I wanted to keep in mind how much 343 are listening to our feedback. Whether you're a YouTuber, a Redditor, a Waypoint user, or simply just a fan, they are listening and they are acting on all of our feedback regarding all different aspects of Halo. I think Halo 5 has made this more than evident, at least in my opinion. Okay, so quite a lot of this information can be gathered from his Reddit Ask Me Anything that he did a few months back, where he shared some pretty damn interesting stuff. First off, he revealed that he didn't turn down returning to Halo with 343, rather wasn't asked to return. Now, don't freak out, 343 likely did this because they wanted to go with a thematically different Halo 4, which is something that they executed pretty damn well with Neil Davidge in my opinion. Yes, it wasn't the best soundtrack to date, but my god did it fit Halo 4's theme perfectly. This means that Marty's return isn't completely off the table like many seem to believe. He said that to consider returning to Halo, he'd first need to be asked to return. Pretty obvious stuff here, but it once again shows that his return isn't 100% off the table. He said that he'd be interested in working with Kazuma Jinauchi, which, if you somehow don't know this, is the composer of Halo 5's soundtrack, and also the supervisor of Halo 4's alongside Neil Davidge. Marty also seems like a pretty big fan of Kazuma's work. He met him at GDC earlier this year and said that he's a super nice guy. He's also a fan of Halo 5's soundtrack and thinks that it's wonderful. So the foundations are there for the duo to work together on Halo 6. Marty is a fan of Kaz. I'm pretty damn sure that Kaz is a fan of Marty. We're already one step towards the Kaz-Marty duo now, right? When a friend of mine said that Marty, Kaz and Tom Salter, who worked on Halo Spartan Assault, Spartan Strike and Halo 2 Anniversary soundtrack, all three of which are grossly underrated in my opinion, working together would be awesome, he replied simply saying, "Dream Team?" Hell fucking yes, Marty. Dream fucking team. Now, although this is sort of a sarcastic comment, the slight chance of this happening gets me really rustling my jimmies. And rustling my jimmies in a good way. And finally, from this AMA, he mentioned that he's still friends with Steve Downes and Jen Taylor, who, if you somehow didn't know, are the voice actors for Chief and Cortana. But that's not all. He then says that he'd love to work with them again. Now, of course, right now, both are still working on Halo as their primary jobs, and both will be for the foreseeable future. Even if Cortana does finally die in Halo 6, we've still got Dr. Halsey, who's still going to be a pretty major character. This is just another little piece of evidence to add to the growing, albeit little pile, of evidence towards Marty returning for Halo 6. Okay, so moving on from his Reddit AMA now, Marty recently shared a picture on Twitter of him with Michael Salvatore, who, if you don't know, was one of the main composers of Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo ODST, and Halo Reach, a composer who worked on Destiny, of whose name I unfortunately don't know, and another guy whose name I unfortunately don't know, as well as Kazuma Jinauchi. Now, I have no idea where or what this event was, but Marty seems to be having quite a few run-ins with Kaz, and the fact that he met with Kaz and Michael Salvatore has me pretty damn excited. Now, granted, they probably just met out of pure chance at an event, as you can see by their name badges, but there's always a chance that Marty, Salvatore, and Kaz may have just talked a little bit of business surrounding Halo 6. There's always a chance. Repeat with me, guys. There's always a chance. 343's audio team, of which Kaz is of course a part of, recently sent Marty an unopened Halo 3 Legendary Edition, signed with their personal messages. Now, yes, there is a high chance that this is purely out of gratitude for his work, but it seems extremely random and out of the blue, especially now. I could see them doing this maybe just after a Halo game launches to sort of say thank you for inspiring their work on the game, and thank you for contributing to the series as a whole. But of all times now, it just seems like a really odd time to do this. In before all the Halo 3 anniversary conspiracy theorists take over the comments, please don't use this as evidence towards Halo 3 anniversary being a thing. Please don't. There's always a chance, but just for the sake of everyone's sanity, please don't. Now, if you watch a lot of official Halo live streams like I do, whether it be HCS, update streams, or just their live streams in general, you'll notice that a majority of the music used is their retouches and sort of semi-remasters of Marty's work, mainly at the moment Halo 2 Anniversary's soundtrack, rather than their original scores from 343 alone from Halo 4 or Halo 5. The same goes for their videos too. Whenever they use Halo music in a video, it tends to be from Halo 2 Anniversary. Now, considering Halo 5's soundtrack is not only newer, but also totally original to 343, aside from maybe part of the trials, you'd think that they'd use it over H2A's soundtrack, right? I don't know, it just seems kind of interesting to me, at least. So that's all the evidence that I could find for now, at least. If there's any more stark evidence that reveals itself in the future, I will, of course, make a video on it. If you enjoyed and think any of this evidence could maybe point towards Marty's return with Halo 6, then be sure to leave a like and also a comment telling me your favourite piece of Halo music. Also tell me in the comments if you want Marty to return or not, or if you'd rather have Halo's music move in a different direction. I'd love to hear back from you on this topic, and also be sure to join me next time when I update you all on what June's been up to since Halo Reach, and also how he could maybe ever so slightly play a role in Halo 6, possibly. I might throw a theory or two in there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll catch you then.